G'day all, it's Colin from PC TLC and thanks for joining me. We're going to be looking at KDE Neon Beta based on Bionic, which is the 1804 base, Ubuntu 1804 base. So I have it installed here and we are going to have a bit of a look around. So not too bad at all, this distro, I must say. I haven't found any issues with this at the moment, and I've installed a few things. Now first of all, let's have a look. We've got some updates, so let's do that. See updates. I don't know why that's not left clicking there, or was before. So we have a few updates here, and we did have some updates come through before these ones as well. So okay, so that's the updates done. I've had no issues currently with the updates on KDE Neon so far, seems to be running okay. Now what I would like to look at is settings in Discover, and if we scroll down to the bottom we'll see that we have Discover Flatpak Backend and Discover Snap Backend. So I haven't installed these yet, so I'm going to do that. I want to see what these are all about and how they're managed. So I'm interested to know whether you just search for a package and it comes up within Discover and it tells you it's a Flatpak or a Snap, so which is how the other package managers work, or software centers. Okay, so I have installed GIMP, so I'll do a search for GIMP again and see what comes up there. We need to go to applications, I think. Search and applications. Okay, so let's search for GIMP. Now I don't know whether we need to, maybe we need to close it down and start again for those Flatpaks and snaps to take effect. I'm not sure. Let's try that. And then we'll restart Discover. Let's try again. So I'm not quite sure how this is supposed to work. So I'm not quite sure how they're handling that. I may have to do a log out and a log back in. Let's try a restart first before I go any further. Okay, so I've logged out and logged back in. So we're just going to check Discover. Now I just want to check my mic first. I've got this audio volume. That was called Win7, I believe, or something like that. Win7 audio volume, I think. It was a widget, definitely. We'll have a look at that. Let's go to Discover first. I'm interested to see how these Flatpaks and snaps are managed. Now, I haven't seen at all how they're managed yet, so I'm pretty sure GIMP, I've done in my previous videos, is done by Flatpaks and snaps and Software Center. Oh, there we go. There's a GIMP there. What's that one there? So that's a snap. So there we go. So I had to log out and log back in, definitely, but it's not coming up with a proper icon there, which is a bit disappointing, but nevertheless. GIMP toolbox, GIMP to front. So I would have thought that that actually would have come right up the top there. Oh, what's that one there? Oh, so now it's populated the icon. Okay, fair enough. That's good. Nice. So it's just taken a little bit. So I'm just trying to think of something else that's a snap and a flat pack. I think maybe Audacity, maybe. I'm not sure. Now we've got a couple of Audacities there. What's this one here? That's a snap as well. It's got the icon, that's good. What's this one here? Bionic, yep. Okay. So I haven't yet to see a flat pack. Let's try Telegram. I'm pretty sure that one has... okay, what have we got here? So the icons were there, then they've disappeared again. Telegram, now that would be it. That's a snap, definitely. You can tell by the name. What's this one? Snappy as well. Telegram desktop, snap as well. And that's from Bionic. So no flat packs that I've seen so far. So the icons have now populated. Snappy. So they're all snaps. Let's go to Firefox. Spotify, let's try Spotify, see how we go with that. That's a snap. So I'm thinking that we need to run through the quick setup. So it's probably put the back end in, but it probably hasn't done the rest, which is, I believe, probably this one here. Because somebody told me last time I don't need to do everything. The GNOME software plugin, add the Flathub repository. So maybe that's what we're missing. So let's try that. Console, terminal, console. Okay, so we've had no output, so that's okay, that's a good sign. So let's just try again in Discover, Spotify. Open and close Discover. And that's a snap. Okay. I have to restart my system, it says that, so I'm going to pause and come back. Okay, so another restart of the system, and we'll go to Software Center again, Discover, and let's do a search for Spotify again. Hopefully this time we're a little bit more successful. You could probably say it's a little bit of an unorganized video, but hey, that's sometimes it's good to see how things are done randomly, because this is pretty much how I'd do it if I was just not making a video. So sometimes it's good to see that perspective, I suppose. Now there's a Flathub there, Flatpak, beautiful. So we now have Flatpak running. That's really nice. So that's try GIMP again, because I'm pretty sure that should be in there. So that's what you have to do if you install Flathub support. You just need to run that last command there. So we have a GIMP there, that's a snap. We have a GIMP here, Ubuntu Bionic. I'm pretty sure that's a Flathub as well, but maybe not. Maybe not in this case. Cannot see another GIMP. Let's try Telegram. So we have, okay, we've got some telegrams there. What's this one at the top? Is Flathub. There we go. So there's another Flathub. So now we have support for Flatpaks, snaps, and the Ubuntu Software Center as well. So that's pretty handy. So just to run through a few things, this thing here I've got running is Latte Dock. So if you went to Discover and did a search for Latte, it's not the Latte Plasmoid, it's the Latte Dock. So once you install that, you then have to go to your menu and type in Latte and hit that and start and run the dock, and then you can automatically start it on startup. I think it does that anyway. So what I'm interested in here is this Latte dock has had a few little tweaks done to it. Now we've got a new one here called layouts. Well, it's new to me anyway. I don't know if it's new to anyone else. But we've got my layout. So now there is a layout called Plasma. So let's just see what happens there. So that actually comes down here when you first run it, down the bottom. So you've got to right click and which one is it? Configure. You've got to go to layouts and configure. Well, actually no, sorry. You just do the usual dock panel settings, and then if it was on the bottom you would do that, and then you would put it on the left or bottom or top or wherever you want it. And then we've got layouts and Unity. Now we have a Unity interface here, and this thing will probably grow as you add to it. So if I was to add simple screen recorder and pin that, and if I was to do that with some other things, let's try, we don't have much in here at the moment anyway. Let's just KDE Live. Pin that, so as you can see it's going to grow longer and longer. So there we go. So that's your Unity desktop, and automatically hides, and you got your panel on top. Now that's quite interesting. Now if we go back into let's right click this again. We probably need to right click this, is it? Layouts. Now if we go back to configure, the layouts Unity have broken configuration. Please remove them to improve the system stability. I don't know what they're talking about there. Now, what you can do is make a new layout. So if you go new, I haven't done this yet. I was just looking at it earlier. So got my layout extended. I don't know what the extended one was. Okay, so that must have been the one I just did, was it? If we make a new one, I'll default to. Okay, so they're the, so let's remove that and remove that. Okay. So you can, I would assume, mess around with your desktop, maybe remove this panel here and keep this panel up here, or however you want to do it. And then you could add new and give it a name. So I'm assuming that's how that works. I shall put this back onto my layout. And that's the Latte dock, and you can right click and dock panel settings. And this thing's got a few settings. You've got advanced and simple or basic or whatever it is. So, and it looks like you can change these from here as well, and you can configure it from here as well, which is pretty handy. So you've got all sorts of tweaks and settings going on there in the Latte dock, and that's working quite well. Now the other thing we have here is if we go to let's see, widgets and add widgets, and if we scroll to the bottom and get new widgets, download new Plasma widgets, and I did a search for menu. We'll wait till it comes up. Menu, and you can see you got simple menu, Excalibur, tiled menu, Win7 volume mixer is what this one is here. The U menu. So as you can see, there's a few menus in here. So let's close that, and let's go to alternatives. And now I know that the simple menu at one point was not working, but all these menus here, these three are default. These top three, these four I installed. So you got the Excalibur, which is this one here. You got your favorites on the left. Log out, reboot and shut down, and all your menus along here. Simple menu. You got your favorites sitting in there, and all applications, I would say. And then you can scroll through your categories here, and you got your shut down and log out and so forth up the top there. Now, from what I can see, you cannot configure some of that stuff. The configurations are very simple at this point. I would have to say that maybe further on they may change and add some more configurations to it. Tiled menu. So you got this one here. Now you've got your folders and shut down. So if you go to folders, it'll take you to Dolphin Home. You've got shut down, which gives you options here. What was that one? Oh, settings, yep. That's your pictures. And then you can toggle that from favorites are up the top here. That's your alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, just like I think Windows 10 does, I believe. And then you got this one here that has the categories written down instead of in alphabetical order. So they goes by your categories there, but your favorites still stay on top. And then you've got this one up top here with these options here. So that's the tiled menu, and then you got the U menu, which is a full screen menu and transparent as well. So if we now what I like about this menu is you can see your clock and stuff. It's a little bit blurred out, but you can still see it. So if we go to Firefox, say for example, and we do the menu, it's a little bit harder to see when you've got a bright background, but you can still see, and it's got the search and everything. So if you have a look at the search, and this is the same for all menus, I've got a Coles doc in there. Well, that actually didn't find it, did it? That one. That's interesting. Doc. No. Okay, so that one didn't find it. Let's have a look. So let's change the menu again, because it's quite a simple menu, that one. We can configure this menu. Once again, the configurations are rather simple. You can choose to show favorites as first if you want, because it does go in pressing these buttons here to scroll, or scroll with your mouse, whichever way you want to do it. So the first that pops up would be these favorites if you chose that. So if we go to one of these ones here, application, dashboard and switch. Now most of the menus normally when you do a search will include, there's my docs down there. So I always put a little folder or file or something in there to see how good the search works, and that actually works quite well. So pretty happy with that. Now I'm not sure, I can't talk for the other menus, but I'm pretty sure they were working. Let's try the Excalibur, see how that goes. Cole's docs down there, there we go. So that one's working. That one's not. That's interesting too, isn't it? So we have, that's the simple menu, so that's not finding that either. Let's try the tiled menu, see how we go with that one. So the tiled menu brings it up nicely, no problem. So I do wonder if we got the simple menu and switched that, whether the option of searching for those things is off. Expand search to bookmarks, files and emails. Okay. So it wasn't finding it though, was it? Okay. Or did I miss it somewhere? No. Okay. So that's your different menus, and they're all working pretty good. So except for the search bit there, that's they are working quite well. But I actually like the application dashboard, so I'll leave it on that. Now the other thing we have here is this one here. If you see this little icon here, Get Plasma Browser Integration, that's the integration. So I think it's anything that comes up in Plasma, like I think it's when you're downloading or something and it's finished, I think it comes up in your notifications, I believe. Not 100% sure. Let's read that. Yeah, so you can manage audio and video playback, check downloads in the notification area, send files to your phone using KDE Connect and more. Okay, so that's what that does. So it does come up with the icon on the panel there when you first start Firefox, and you can choose to add that, and we'll do that. Has been added, okay. Probably need a restart for that. So that's that. Now right click on the menu gives you plenty of options. Configure desktop, you can change your background. So speaking of a wallpaper, we have the Plasma Storm wallpaper by Karl Schneider. So that's his Plasma Storm, and that's the KDE Neon one. And he has, or was that the Reflect? It could be, I'm sure it was the Plasma Storm. So far so good. I'm liking this latte dock. It seems to be working a lot better than what it did before. Plenty of configuration options. Let's go to system settings. I haven't done much in regards to that. All I've done is given a dark theme. So workspace theme, Breeze dark. That's all I've done. I actually like the Breeze. It's quite nice. So there's no problem there. Breeze dark there as well. Cursor theme is breeze as well. The only thing I did want to do is when I go full application dashboard there for the menu, I would like to show the panel, but I don't think I can do that when I hit that because it is a full screen menu. Or even better still, add a clock into the menu. If anybody knows how to add a clock into this menu, that would be great because that would just cover my needs, I think. So this is, I'm just trialing this out at the moment, but I'm reasonably impressed with this anyway. It's running really well. Hasn't given me any grief. So the other thing I've done is the menu itself was, I think widgets. Yeah, I did add the widgets there for them from the menu. So add widgets here. So I did get new widgets, wasn't I? I did show that earlier, I'm pretty sure. And the audio volume there as well, which is this one here. So you can adjust your mic on the go and the speaker, and it's got a little tick as to which one you've got going. And if you hover over there, it'll tell you which one it is, my Yeti speaker. Well, I don't really want my speaker as a Yeti, it should be this one here. You got your notifications there, you got your KDE Connect in there as well. I haven't tried that yet. You got your calendar, all the usual stuff. If we install something in Discover, let's try that. So for example, if I was to install Telegram, let's try that. Now that's a Flathub. That's a Bionic, so let's try the Bionic one. What's that? Version 1.2.17. And this one's not telling me the version number. That's a bit odd. So let's go for that one. Let's install that. So you'll see here down the bottom here, you've got the green progress bar going across the Windows taskbar. So that's quite handy. I know Cinnamon has just implemented that not too long ago. So now it's in the Plasma desktop as well. Now it may have been there before. I cannot remember. Not really sure about that. The only thing I'm not sure about is some of these icons down here seem to be working all right. It's your normal audio volume. That's the Win 7 one and that one there. So there's 3 volumes come up there. So we could probably, if we wanted to, go to right click on the notifications and system tray settings and go to entries. You can actually hide some of these things. So if we hide the volume, we can choose to. So if we want to just use that one, we could go hidden for that one and apply. So you got one less now, and there's still one there. I don't know why there's 2 there. So you got the audio volume here, that's hidden. And this one's auto. So if you choose to shown, it will be shown in the notification, I believe. So there's 2 of these. So I don't know why there's 2. That's a little bit weird, but that's okay. So let's just try that again. If we go to entries, don't know why that's not showing up. Okay. let's go hidden on that one and apply. So they're not hiding. So they don't seem to want to follow the rules of what's going on the desktop here, which is really weird. So that might be a small bug in that one. So one more look in settings. We have the desktop behavior, and if we have a look over here, if you hover over these, it tells you what's inside of there for a quick view. And that's pretty handy, so you don't have to open it. You can just see what are the selections under this category, and it shows you. So it gives you a heading, application style, and what's under that. So that's pretty handy. So you in desktop behavior, you've got desktop effects, and all your looking glass and your translucency, wobbly windows, magic lamp, all that good stuff. If you're into it, desktop cube, present windows, that's one that I've done. That's top left hand corner, presents windows. So that's, go back to settings. That's a pretty handy one. You can also go to screen edges and choose present windows, or you can desktop grid, you can change it to that, which is the same, but it doesn't have, the desktop grid doesn't have a little box there telling you what that window is, whereas the present windows does have that. So let's have a look at the present windows. Current desktop, or all desktops, apply that. So it tells you screen edges, discover, simple screen recorder, wallpaper. So that's pretty much the difference between the present windows and the grid. The grid's a lot more simple. System settings. So yeah, there's a lot of options in here. I won't go through them all. I'll just show you what categories are there. So I think it will take a long time to work out what everything does within the Plasma desktop. And I think as many tweaks as there is on the Plasma desktop, I think they've managed to sort of simplify it a bit more than what it was. So there's a lot more, things are a bit more compact now, I believe, compared to what it was. So, but there's still a lot of tweaks. So that's the one thing that sort of puts me off a little bit using the Plasma desktop, because sometimes all those tweaks I don't really need, but some people might really enjoy them, and that's fair enough, because that's what some people like to do. They like to tweak their desktop to the max. I sort of sometimes do, but I sort of like a little bit of simplicity at the same time. So it's good to be able to modify your desktop to your liking, but also just keep it simple as well. So the options are there, but not too many options, especially for me. That's what sort of puts me a bit off Plasma. I suppose you can just use it. You could just use this desktop and just not worry about all those tweaks and just do the tweaks that you want. But I just find it hard to sometimes find where all the tweaks are. So that's your Dolphin File Manager. So yep, I'm still waiting for Discover to install, am I? Installing still, 97%, wow. We'll just wait for that to finish. You can see the progress bar there, and I've been watching it as I've continued to chat. And everything looks really nice here. I like the desktop itself is just amazing. I think it's very good standard. It's probably a better standard than Windows 10, really, at the end of the day. I really like this, and I reckon it's better than Deepin 2, to be honest, this plasma now. It's really got to a good standard. I just wish I felt like I wanted to use this, but I'm sort of excited to use it, but I'm not sure if the excitement will last. So each to their own, I suppose. Now surely that's installed. Okay, we're at 100%. So we'll just wait for this to install, and then we'll call it a day on this video, I think. So that, I think that was the Bionic one too, I'm pretty sure, that I installed. Oh, it's a Flathub. I've installed the Flathub one. I thought I installed the Bionic one. It must have been the second one down. It was. That's why it's taken so long, right? Okay. Alrighty, so that's the Telegram. So let's have a look through there for Telegram. There it is there. No icon. Is that taking a while to populate? Because it has just installed. So let's try again. Telegram. See what the Flathub looks like. Oh, it's not looking too bad. Yep, looks pretty good. So I won't bother going any further than that. So that is the KDE Neon Beta based on 1804. Hope you enjoyed the look around. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.